The 24-25 football season is upon us. Premier League, Serie A, Bundesliga, La Liga, Europa League, Conference League, Champions League. So much is going to be going on very soon. There's already so many storylines to look forward to, like in the Premier League, can Arsenal finally overcome Manchester City? What about in the Bundesliga? Can Bayer Leverkusen with Xabi Alonso continue to do what they did last year and win it all again, or will Harry Kane finally win a trophy? How about in La Liga and the Champions League? Real Madrid with Kylian Mbappe, are they even going to lose a match this season? Will Ipswich Town, Leicester City, and Southampton be able to avoid relegation in the Prem? And going back to European competitions, they're all going to be in a completely different format starting this season. So today, with the help of some mods, we're actually going to simulate the entire 24-25 football season. And we're going to see what happens, who's going to win all the leagues and all the European competitions, according to FC24. So as always, before we begin, guys, please hit the like button for me. Of course, if you do enjoy the content and the vids, there's so much more to come with FC25 around the corner. Let's see what happens in the 24-25 football season around the world. All right, guys, so the 24-25 season is over, minus the Champions League final. All the other results are in, so we're going to start in the Premier League, of course, in England. And in England, according to FC24, the 24-25 Premier League season, it will be won by Manchester City. Manchester City, 25-11-2 on 86 points. Arsenal, they finished in second once again. They just couldn't do it once again. Again, just a little bit behind. They finished in second on 80. Aston Villa, a nice third place finish. Very, very surprising. Very well done. Liverpool in fourth. Chelsea back into fifth, into the top five. Newcastle United finished in sixth. Probably also quite impressive. Man United, although improving on their finish from last season, they still finished in seventh. And Brighton finished in eighth. Also well done. Spurs went all the way down to ninth. West Ham in 10th. Leicester City, though, avoid relegation. They finished in 11th spot. Well done, Leicester, man. Let's go. Crystal Palace in 12th. Nottingham Forest in 13th. Also quite surprising. Fulham in 14th, probably where they should be. Bournemouth in 15th. They avoid relegation once again. Brentford in 16th. Wolves in 17th. While Everton, Southampton, and Ipswich Town go down according to FC24. Everton is going to get relegated. Southampton and Ipswich Town may be deserving, maybe not deserving. I would like to see Ipswich Town stay up, but here, Ipswich Town and Southampton and Everton, they will be relegated. From the championship, it will be Norwich and Leeds United that automatically come up, and one of Coventry, West Brom, Burnley, and Middlesbrough. Nice to see Norwich City and Leeds United, I guess, back in the Premier League. Watford finishes 1 point behind Middlesbrough, just outside of the top 6, to try and fight back into the Premier League. And speaking of Watford, it would have been really nice to see them in the top 6, because Watford actually sponsored a segment in our video today. So we're going to take just a small break for the Watford segment, because I think it's something that you guys might be really interested in. Roll the clip. The 24-25 football season is upon us, and ahead of the upcoming season, there is a big championship club that is making major moves to get fans involved and really pushing towards promotion back to the Premier League. Now, this football club is no stranger to top-level football. They were in the Premier League only 3 seasons ago. Their nickname is the Hornets, and they play their home matches at a stadium called Vicarage Road. Still don't know who I'm talking about? It is, of course, none other than Watford. Now, guys, as a football fanatic, you know that I love being involved in the beautiful game, basically in any capacity. But when Squad Up in Watford reached out to me and offered me a chance to be a club owner, yeah, I had to pinch myself because I thought I was dreaming. No, I didn't stutter, and yes, you heard me correctly, an opportunity in football ownership. So Watford recently started a brand new crowdfunding campaign as they put 10% of the club up for sale to the public through a brand new era of sports ownership, which is digital equity, which basically means you can purchase shares of the club and own a part of Watford. And guys, this offer isn't limited just to me. You can make history too and own a piece of a football club in England that is on the rise. Now, guys, I'm not going to sit here and give you financial advice, so it is very important that you do your own research before making a decision. But I do want to invite you on this journey with me, so maybe grab your shares, and together let's try and make Watford the biggest football club in the world. At least get them back to the Premier League. Use the link in the description to purchase your shares, and afterwards you can brag to your friends how me and you own a piece of Watford Football Club. Bucket list? Yeah, check. While going down, it will be Sunderland, Swansea, and Derby County. Derby County just got promoted back to the championship. Apparently they will be going right back down, but Sunderland and Swansea, man, those are surprises. From League One going up to the championship, automatically will be Bolton and Peterborough, while one of Barnsley, Birmingham City, Charlton Athletic, and Wigan Athletic, they will all battle it out for that last and final promotion spot. And going down to League Two, if you are a League One club fan, it will be Lincoln City, Stevenage, Cambridge United, and Crawley Town, which means that Wrexham, they stay alive in League One. They didn't achieve promotion, but they didn't go back down to League Two. And the fourth division of English football, League Two, MK Dons, Notts County, and Colchester will go up to League One, and one of Gillingham, Fleetwood Town, Bradford City, and Salford City will join them as well. Off to France we go in Liga. It will be PSG without Mbappe. They will still win the league, guys. Yes, 77 points. Lille with Canadian striker Jonathan David, if he still keeps on playing there. There's rumors of him going to Roma, to AC Milan. There's a bunch of rumors going around with him, but if he stays, Lille finishes in second. Olympique Lyonnais, they will finish in third. Stade Rennais in fourth, and Marseille, who just signed Ismail Kone, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg from Tottenham, and Mason Greenwood actually went to Marseille as well from Getafe. They will finish in fifth. Monaco in sixth, Nice in seventh, RC Lens in eighth. Auxerre, a newly promoted side, Auxerre, it looks like they will avoid relegation. A 10th place finish, not too bad. And so will Angers and AS Saint-Etienne, also two newly promoted sides back to Ligue. They will also avoid relegation, while Nantes, Le Havre, and Stade de Reims, they will all go down. The big one, the Bundesliga. We're going to the Bundesliga. 34 matches have been played in the 24-25 season. Who wins the Bundesliga? Is it Bayern Munich with Harry Kane? Is it Xabi Alonso with Bayer Leverkusen? No, it's neither. It is Borussia Dortmund. Yes, Borussia Dortmund on 73 points, actually tied with Bayer Leverkusen, also on 73 points, but Borussia Dortmund will win the Bundesliga. Leipzig in third on 69 points. Bayern Munich with Harry Kane in fourth place on 63 points. Harry Kane does not win the Bundesliga once again in the 24-25 season. Augsburg, though, a very nice, surprising fifth place finish. So is Borussia Mönchengladbach. They kind of worked themselves back up. They struggled heavily last year, so a nice sixth place finish for them, also very impressive. Wolfsburg in seventh, Frankfurt in 8th, Stuttgart dropped all the way down to 11th. There's also Bochum, they will stay alive in 15th. St. Pauli, who came back up to the Bundesliga, they will go right back down to the second Bundesliga. Holstein Kiel also, who came back up to the Bundesliga, will automatically go down. And in the second Bundesliga, Hertha and Köln will go automatically back up, and Schalke, who finished in third, will play in a promotion/relegation playoff battle against Heidenheim, who finished in 16th in the Bundesliga. Hamburg. Fiago, the curse, man, it continues. Hamburg will finish in fourth and miss out on playoff promotion and automatic promotion once again. The kings of finishing in third and fourth in the second Bundesliga. This is just terrible. From Germany, we are going to Italy, and in Italy, it will be Inter Milan that wins Serie A on 83 points. Dominating season, dominating performance, only losing 3 matches, winning 24 of them. Lautaro Martinez probably again on fire, but Fiorentina, a wonderful second place finish. That's amazing. Fiorentina in second place, Roma in third, AC Milan with Alvaro Morata, they will drop down to fourth, Lazio in fifth, Napoli in sixth, Atalanta in seventh, and Juventus My goodness, Juventus all the way down in 8th place, while Torino and Bologna finish in 9th and 10th respectively. Como, a newly promoted club back to Serie A, Como will avoid relegation. Yes, they will. They will finish in 13th. Parma will also avoid relegation. They also came up from Serie B, while Genoa and Cagliari, their time will end according to FC24 in Serie A, and Venezia, who also got promoted, will finish dead last on only 18 points and will go down to Serie B. They'll be relegated. Now we're gonna go to the Netherlands, and in the Netherlands, of course, there's always the three big sides in Feyenoord and Ajax and PSV, and this time around it will be Feyenoord on 84 points, 27-3-4. They will win the Eredivisie according to FC24 in the 24-25 season. PSV will finish in second, and Ajax will a little bit bounce back from their horrendous season last year to finish in the top 3. Still, though, you probably expect a little bit more from Ajax. From the Netherlands, we're gonna go to Portugal, where apparently Benfica will be crowned champions. Yes, 76 points for Benfica. Braga will finish in second on 74. Porto in third on 72, and Sporting will go down to 4th place on 70 points. Victor Gyökeres currently right now is linked away from Sporting. I heard lately that he's going to Arsenal for like 60 million euro. That's what I read. I'm not sure if it happened yet, when the video is released, but as of July 24th, I read that Victor Gyökeres is leaving Sporting, and Arsenal really want him. So whether that happens or not, I'm not 100% sure, but here Sporting will not win. They will finish in 4th place. Now, what about in Scotland? Well, in Scotland, it's always between Celtic and Rangers. Sometimes Hearts and Aberdeen are involved, but mostly it's between Celtic and Rangers, and the 24-25 season, it will be no different. Celtic will finish on top in the regular season on 67 points. 1 point behind them is Rangers, of course, on 66 points. Hearts, though, nice to see Hearts in 3rd place on 62 points. And yeah, Aberdeen is actually nowhere near. Aberdeen finished in 6th, while Hibernian, yes, Hibernian finished in 4th, and Motherwell in 5th. I wish the Scottish Premiership was a little bit more competitive, because I hate to see Celtic and Rangers win everything year after year. Like, I want to see Hearts, Hibernian, Aberdeen, Motherwell, Livingston, all these teams involved, and be a little bit more competitive, because that league is like super fun to watch. From Scotland, guys, we're actually gonna go to Turkey. Yes, the Turkish Super League. There's a new fresh face in the Turkish Super League. Yeah, it's Jose Mourinho, and he's with Fenerbahce. Yep, Fenerbahce. Alain Saint-Maximin is now at Fenerbahce. There's a few other key players that signed with Fenerbahce. He brought them to Fenerbahce to hopefully win the Turkish Super League. And in the 24-25 season, the winner of the Turkish Super League, it will be Galatasaray. It will not be Fenerbahce. According to FC24, Galatasaray will win on 92 points, but Fenerbahce will finish in 2nd place on 84 points, which means European football. Besiktas in 3rd, Trabzonspor in 4th, Başakşehir will finish in 5th place. Any other big club that we're missing? No, not really. Everything else, I guess. Adana Demirspor, that's a surprising one, all the way down in 17th. Adana Demirspor is usually pretty up there. Now here, though, according to FC24 this season, they will try to avoid relegation. All right, let's go to another big one, guys. We're gonna go to La Liga, of course, in Spain. Real Madrid with Kylian Mbappe, Jude Bellingham. Atletico Madrid without Alvaro Morata. Real Sociedad, they're also on the come up. What about Girona? Can they repeat what they did last season? Probably not, because they lost a lot of players. So who is going to win La Liga according to FC24 this upcoming season? It will be Real Madrid. Yes, it will be Real Madrid, only by 1 point, though. By 1 point over Barcelona. Real Madrid on 24 wins, 8 draws, 6 losses. They're going to score 80 goals, finish on 80 points. It's actually quite close. A very competitive table. Barcelona right behind them on 79. Atletico Madrid without Alvaro Morata on 77 points. Real Sociedad, we said they're a team on the come up. They finished in 4th place, and a nice bounce back season from Sevilla, who were battling relegation last season. They finished in a European spot this season. They finished in 5th. Villarreal is also there in 6th. Athletic Club Bilbao, I expected a little bit more from them, but they finished in 7th. Real Betis in 8th. Real Valladolid, who came up to La Liga. They apparently will avoid relegation. Yes, they apparently will avoid relegation. Espanyol will also avoid relegation. But Girona, they lost a bunch of players. We know this. And Dovbyk might be leaving to Atletico Madrid. I didn't put him on Atletico Madrid in this video yet because it's not 100% confirmed. But he was apparently leaving to Atletico Madrid. And yeah, Girona, according to FC24, they will be relegated. That is terrible. Leganes will also be relegated, and so will be Deportivo Alaves. So Girona, they will be participating in the Champions League and fighting relegation at the same time. Now, what about Saudi Arabia, the Saudi Pro League? A lot of players are leaving to Saudi, man. It's happening again this transfer window, just like it did last transfer window. And after 34 matches played in the Saudi Pro League, it will be Al Hilal on 76 points. It will not be Al Nassr with Cristiano Ronaldo. They will finish in second, 6 points behind Al Hilal, and Al Ali with, I believe, Riyad Mahrez, who plays there, they will finish in third. Karim Benzema with Al Ittihad, they're making a lot of transfer business, but apparently they will still not be able to win the Saudi Pro League, as they will finish in fourth place on 64 points. Now, what about the Swiss Superliga? Young boys are usually the favorite. Young boys will win it. Basel, man. Basel used to be a powerhouse, not anymore. All the way down in fifth place. Going through a few other smaller leagues before we get into the European competitions: Champions League, Europa League, Conference League. We're going to go to the Austrian Bundesliga after the regular season because there's also playoffs in the Austrian Bundesliga. RB Salzburg is on top on 50 points. Probably expected. They are the dominant team in the Austrian Bundesliga year after year. While in Belgium, after 30 matches have been played, it is Club Bruges or Club Brugge on 69 points. They are on top. Royal Antwerp right behind them on 62. Royal Union Saint-Gilloise also right behind them on 58. Nice to see Standard Liège in fourth. Genk and Ghent and Anderlecht have kind of fallen off in fifth, sixth, and seventh though. In Denmark, after 22 matches have been played, of course, it is FC Copenhagen on 46 points. But AGF, yes, AGF, okay, AGF right behind them on 41 points. European football possibly for AGF. In Poland, after 34 matches, it will be Rakow. Yes, Rakow, 72 points. They will win the Polish Ekstraklasa. Lech Poznan right behind them in second place, and Jagiellonia in third. And the final league that we'll take a quick look at is the Indian Super League. There's also playoffs in the Indian Super League, but 22 matches have been played, and it will be FC Goa on 41 points. I don't know if they're good. I don't know if they're bad. You guys let me know if you watch the ISL, the Indian Super League. But FC Goa will finish in first. Bengaluru FC also on 41 points, tied with FC Goa for, I guess, first or second place. Mohun Bagan right behind them in third on 38 points. And Kerala Blasters, I know they're quite a big club in India. They will finish in fourth. While Manchester City FC Mumbai edition, they will finish in fifth. Mumbai City FC on 32 points. All right, let's go to the European competitions. We are gonna go to the Europa Conference League. The semifinals, it was Brondby versus Real Betis and Dinamo Zagreb versus Besiktas. And the final, it was Real Betis versus Besiktas. So it was Spain versus Turkey, and Real Betis are crowned Europa Conference League champions. In the Europa League semifinals, there was actually 3 English clubs: Spurs versus Braga, and then Manchester City. Yeah, Manchester City versus Manchester United was the second semifinal. And that is very, very interesting because Manchester City, it means that they were grouped. They didn't get out of their Champions League group, so they dropped down to the Europa League. They went all the way to the final, it seems like. It looks like Spurs versus Manchester City. And the final, it was Spurs versus Manchester City. And Spurs, Tottenham, won a trophy without Harry Kane. They won the Europa League on penalties over Manchester City. So Manchester City does not win the Champions League. They do not win the Europa League, but Spurs do. While the Champions League semifinals, it was Inter Milan versus Real Madrid, and Real Madrid won on aggregate 4-2. And the other semifinals was Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona, and Barcelona lost 3-2 to Atletico Madrid, which means the 24-25 Champions League final final, Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. Spain versus Spain, Madrid versus Madrid. That's an absolute classic. Now, before we go and reveal who won the Champions League, Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid, let's go through this transfer history and see what kind of transfers will apparently happen in the 24-25 season. The first one is Khvicha Kvaratskhelia will leave Napoli and go to Liverpool for 152 million. Frankie de Jong from Barca to PSG for 128 million. Bernardo Silva will leave Manchester City and go to Barcelona for 96 million. What else is here? Alphonso Davies, he will not go to Real Madrid. You've seen all the rumors of Alphonso Davies leaving Bayern Munich to go to Real Madrid. No, he's actually going to go to apparently Barcelona for 93 million. Gavi will also leave Barca to Roma. That is a very, very weird transfer actually, to Roma for 91 million. Roma doesn't have that kind of money, do they? Çalhanoğlu will leave Inter Milan and join Borussia Dortmund. And Borussia Dortmund, as we saw earlier, they won the Bundesliga. While Julian Alvarez, still looking for more playing time, will leave Manchester City as he's rumored to do so, and he will join Juventus. But Juventus, as we saw, they didn't win anything. They finished in 8th in Serie A. Gabby Martinelli will leave Arsenal and join Barcelona for 86 million. Barcelona finished in 2nd place, right behind Real Madrid. Balde will leave Barcelona and go to Manchester City for 85 million. Cancelo will also leave Manchester City and also go to Juventus, just like Alvarez, but again, they didn't do anything. Robertson to Barcelona, Andrew Robertson to Barcelona from Liverpool for 78 million. These are some ridiculous transfers. Vlahovic, though, will leave Juventus and go to Bayer Leverkusen to play under Xabi Alonso. Ferran Torres will also leave Barcelona and go to Arsenal for 76 million, a direct replacement for Gabriel Martinelli, obviously. Vitinha will leave PSG and join Spurs in the Premier League, and Spurs, they won the Europa League. So who is winning the 24-25 Champions League? Well, it is Real Madrid over Atletico Madrid with Kylian Mbappe. 3-2, a 5-goal thriller. Kylian Mbappe with Atletico Madrid. They are the 24-25 Champions League winners. Now, you're probably wondering, what about the Ballon d'Or? Who's going to win the Ballon d'Or? Well, there's 4 nominees, and they are Rodrigo from Real Madrid, Erling Haaland from Manchester City, Kylian Mbappe from Real Madrid, and Vinny Jr. from Madrid as well. So you got 3 Real Madrid players and a City player. And the winner of the 2025 Ballon d'Or, it is none other than Kylian Mbappe with Real Madrid. Yes, it is him. While the 2025 Young Player of the Year award was also revealed, and it is none other than Barcelona's own Lamine Yamal. So there you have it, guys. The entire 24-25 football season. I tried to go through everything as much as possible. I'm sorry that I couldn't show you the FA Cup winners and the Carabao Cup winners or the Deutsche Pokal winners because the game literally doesn't allow you to do so if you're not managing a club in one of those leagues. It's so stupid. But hey, it doesn't look like Harry Kane won a trophy yet again with Bayern Munich, unless they won the Deutsche Pokal, but it doesn't look like it because they kind of struggled through the season. Kylian Mbappe won the Ballon d'Or. Real Madrid won the Champions League. Manchester City won the Premier League. Arsenal right behind them, and Bayer Leverkusen did not repeat in the Bundesliga as it was Borussia Dortmund. Let me know how you feel about the 24-25 season, guys, and who is winning everything. Will the Premier League be won by Manchester City? Maybe it would be Arsenal. Will Bayer Leverkusen do the same thing again, or will Harry Kane win a trophy? Maybe Borussia Dortmund can do it like they did in this video. Will Kylian Mbappe win the Ballon d'Or? Will Real Madrid win the Champions League? Will Inter Milan win Serie A yet again? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video on the channel. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace, 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 peace. I love ya. Mwah. Peace.